standing straight. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for constant nigga, all them hundreds fold. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Life feeling strange, just getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Never knew.
It's the 2K Sports.
I mean, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, they've been a very competitive team this season, more so than it might appear when you look at the standings and see they're 18 games back of the top spot. Almost the end of the regular season, several teams looking very good for the playoffs.
De respuestas, ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que viven cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver lo cierto y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo. Tú y yo descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron, con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos marcados, con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada, la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los... Sangre roja, con los pulmones llenos de rimas en mi boca, con los ojos rasgados, con la tierra en las manos. Venimos con el mundo y venimos con su canto. Vengo a construir un sueño, el brillo.
And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one, an interconference game today. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA. Basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at Toronto and an excellent win-loss record, just 2 games off the lead.
And for the Raptors, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
And the Clippers starting 5. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Jordan is out there with Luke Mbamute. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
And Lowry gets it to go.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Paul dishes to Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Now here's Patterson. Back to Lowry. Lets the 3 fly. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here. You know, one of the things I think we forget about, big reminder to that this guy is clutch.
And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch that game points, remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Patterson after the Clippers pick up 2. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Lowry against Paul. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Tries from 16. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Paul, no one around him. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
And taken away by Paul. It's Redick on the wing. Lets it go from deep. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And that one's good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Paul kicks to Green. And stolen by Patterson. And DeRozan. Here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Clippers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Kicks it out to Crawford. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
Yeah, really balanced team. We saw a little bit of everything from them, and just about all of that everything we saw worked.
Now here's Joseph, following the miss by DeRozan. No coverage that time.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in a zone. And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Raptors trail by 4. Scola kicks to Biyombo. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Crawford. A 14-point game for him in the win against Houston.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. But last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
So, timeout call here. First for Toronto. And back to Crawford last season, he was down a field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor. And he also hits some very tiny shots. A dangerous assassin.
Don't do it.
Always needs to be accounted for.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's DeRozan. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Crawford. Out left to the wing.
Oh.
Kevin, I'll tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches high. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And there was Kia bringing in the closer on that big take one.
Nothing.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy.
Yo, when I win, call me King, son.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first.
I'm telling you, fam.
And Joseph gets to Biombo. Ross with 3. They get it again. Out to DeRozan. Tries again. Biombo, the pass to score. Ross dishes to Joseph.
Brasil. Vai ele voltar, mas
We'll get things started in the second quarter. It's almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not play with that? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach, the kind of guy his players will do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous leader.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here.
Broken.
What have they been doing here or not doing?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Here's your ride the Clippers have to start the second. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Pierce. And it's Crawford.
Over and back.
That's Johnson. And it's Rivers in at the line. And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team.
Walk out, right?
The most steals over the course of the last month. Number 1, Westbrook. 4th, Kyle Lowry.
And not only are these players
Heavy so big.
at picking above Butler's pocket, but as to they also know how to jump into
Starting right
passing
up.
lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this was just a complete package at both ends of the floor. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And the wide open
Oh,
shot
nice.
from Redick. No good on the triple.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, it was just a matter of time.
In a Babu takes it to Reddick. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Fuck.
Reddick's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Clippers. Pulls it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Fires the three.
No, fuck. I had that one more thing, right? Trying too hard, time. That's just not updated. Right. Yeah.
Where they want to be as they close on the postseason.
Fuck.
And checking out Toronto, they're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And when I look at Toronto, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season wasn't a time.
And I know it took a long time for people around the
Oh,
world to trust
geez,
their
son.
success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
Shots good from Mbappe.
Fuck.
The floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Came to play, yeah? Came to play, son.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of this team. They just need to get things sorted out.
There's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
James Johnson checked in for Toronto. Outside for Long. The pass to Joseph. Inside. Here's
And he just leaves the deep in the dust and explodes you to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there.
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that sometimes real.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Ball against Lowry. And it's ball penetrating. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Raptors trail by 8. Hooked away.
What was that?
Ball outside. Here's Jordan. And he takes the feed. He's it home.
Quick hands on the steal that just
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
That's just good aggressive basketball.
Here's Green. Takes it off the glass. Green's got his first points in this one.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get them done. They've got to figure it out.
And Reddick kicks to Jordan. To the middle. Trying to find gets to him.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
It adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Johnson, the pass to Lowry. Three-pointer. And again,
Oh, that's a tough three-point shot when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he has to be really good to knock down attempts like that against that kind of defense. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it.
That's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession. Some changes for Toronto. Biombo is checked in for Giannis Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And guys, Green consistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4 to 1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of consistency. And that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
6 on the shot clock. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Rivers kicks to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. The Raiders will take it the other way.
See that coming from the mouth, man.
One thing you can say about him is he's been durable, especially since he had the unforeseen heart issue in 2011, for which he needed seasoning and surgery. Since then, over the past 3 full seasons, he's played in 81, 82, and 78 games.
And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Crawford, no luck. After his trail by 12. Down low. Johnson kicks to low. And foul on that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to go on Cole.
And talking about John Henry, for him, I mean, I love for him, they put it all together to gain and maintain the confidence and really to fulfill the vast potential we all know that he has.
And so Lowry nails both of them. One thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. You see that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistent. Beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
And DeRozan kicks to Scope. From T. Johnson. Rebound by Aldridge. Clippers leading by 12. And it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Lowry.
Wait a minute, that's tough.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. There's Crawford with the three.
Boy, his struggles continue here in the second quarter.
Crawford with another miss. And the top right to Wilson.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open court.
All we need is a 1-2 stop sign, bro.
Free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. No good on
Like that was our huge jinx, though.
Gosh.
Who's that?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Damn, Daniel.
Well, 2 quarters down to go.
Nope. Oh boy. Yep.
Some nice stretches in basketball from them. And at one point, they pushed it up to 7. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it
Coffee and rum?
No. Where they do that at?
You guys got? No, but that's what I would do. No, even tea and rum.
Great numbers for DeRozan. He's got 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward.
House will hang on.
Do a little more damage from beyond here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, the star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle, and it's Johnson in the small forward position. Redick with the bucket. Redick got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Clippers. Lowry against Paul. Johnson outside. Back to Lowry.
Oh, come on, son. That's a pussy move, right? I know, it's called the Mizzle.
Really, guys, just come together for them in the charity strike this season. I mean,
It's called the Mizzle.
and so too are the results.
Clippers leading by 8. It's
I don't know if that's the one put behind the back
Oh, come on, son.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. Former coach of the year, rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
And Chris Paul makes up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut it off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Joseph is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Joseph with the ball. He's averaging just around 8 points a game. And Doc Rivers passed the 700.
Let's go, fam. Chee! It's a T that thing, eh? Let's go. 2 more stops and we're back in this. Fuck. It's okay, it's okay. Pressure's on. All the bounds, let's go.
You're in his head, guys.
15,806 for Harris. A record you might stand for very long.
What was that balance from this? This is a pump fake, fam.
In the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unbelievable distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Here's DeRozan. This is from the Wayne Trophy. DeRozan's got 15 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it's never going to be an easy night for you.
And it's Paul penetrating outside Green. Jordan high post. Valanciunas is there.
Should have missed that shit, fam. Should have popped out. Look at this guy. It wasn't even a fucking dunk. That was a hitch. Should have broken back, bro. Let's go, fam. Circle, son.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Joseph, poke loose, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
We'll just run off a rebound.
Here's Joseph, 5 points in the game, out to the right wing. Patterson against him. Patterson dishes to Joseph. Pocket 6. And it's blocked by Jordan. And they'll keep possession. Valanciunas. And it goes.
Buckets, baby.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And though he's working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania. And it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean,
Come on. Come on, Valanciunas. You're there for nothing, bro.
just a tad over aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him down.
Ooh.
And taken away by Paul. And the shot is good. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Ross passes to Johnson. He feeds it to Ross. No good on the 3.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out.
Wow.
Vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound a game guy.
Ross takes to Joseph. Here's Patterson. And the
Come
Raptors
on,
missing.
Fizzy.
That's the battle they haven't been waiting today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's
Come
got to
on,
change.
please, son.
They're looking to battle back. That's one of the key elements. You got to rebound. And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward.
And now the Clippers on the break. Paul's running. Redick for 3. And a great
In your
assist by
face.
Paul as that one
Holy
goes in.
shit.
Redick's got 16. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stats of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten transition or on the fast break tonight. That's been a huge factor as well.
That's a Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Wow.
Checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Lowry in for James Johnson.
You didn't know?
Big group substitution for the Clippers. Paul Pierce is checked in for Mbama. Johnson comes in for Jeff Green. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Offensive rebound. Crawford dishes to Rivers. Scola against Crawford. And stolen by Scola. From the foul line. And Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Cole Aldridge is checked in for Los Angeles. Out to DeRozan. Knocks down the free ball. DeRozan's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry his team and try and get out of this hole.
Really left alone that time.
Oh,
And the
finally
Clippers
lead
lead by
up.
16.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off the break.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And he gets it to
I don't
go.
know how you guys expect
Bianco's got his second
Paul
bucket of the
Pierce to
night.
lead.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And Rivers with the dunk.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it
Well, you
down.
talked about the that's a dose of modern NBA great game. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
And he makes all 3. Well, 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 13. And we're going right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. We'll see how much things change up here. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Austin Rivers is out there with Crawford. That's Johnson. Then there's Cole.
That should have been a clear pass, fam.
In at the 4-man position. Here is Lowry. Has to score. He kicks to Ross. Rejected by Pierce. Shoots the 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they're coming off.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he needs the chance to get out and run. And we could see right there why he does.
Special thanks to Key for that sweet.
Circle man.
And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan. These players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that
5 seconds, 5 seconds.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown.
You can ill afford to make mistakes at this juncture. It might not be impossible to come back, but it just got all over the heart.
Clippers leading by 10. The drive by Paul. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws down for him.
Paul having a good one. He has 18 points and all the skills he's collectively add to his impressive stat.
When he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
The Raptors making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. And Bahamonte's checked in. Here's Valanciunas. And he makes that mistake on the second time.
to see a player who works that hard on the glass.
Well said, Jay. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Lowry kicks to Johnson. To the inside. And stolen by
What are you doing, fam?
Paul passes to Green. Here's Jordan. A huge slam. Perfect end of the fast break.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break, how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Joseph is checked in for Toronto. Fourth quarter, playing for about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And stolen by Red.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Paul dishes to Jordan. Paul kicks to Jordan. And stolen by Patterson. By himself. And finished off by DeRozan.
A steal kick. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there. If I could say something, it was really a case of a great defensive, convincing offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy,
Fuck.
created havoc out there.
That's some bullshit. Give me this one.
It's stolen by DeRozan.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said.
And now one away from being in the middle.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And Bob Amuche with the steal.
Cross-court pass is a high-risk pass.
Here's Jordan.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Here's DeRozan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. And it comes off the rim with a high bounce.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open, looking great there for the game.
And out of bounds as the Clippers
Fuck was that, B?
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that. Terrible turnover.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Paul, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Almost going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, and then jammed by DeRozan.
Well, that was a mid-range alley-oop pass there, guys. It's got to be out there. Anybody's throwing it anymore.
That's just crazy. And how high did he have to go to make that catch? That's what makes it even more unbelievable. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's more than just big. This is another down there drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Here's Joseph. Puts up a three. And Amuche pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 12. Paul passes to Jordan. Reddick dishes to Jordan. There's the triple. Kicks it out to Paul. Reddick has good and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Toronto have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Patterson goes to Valanciunas. Reddick passes to Green. Nice passing here by Los Angeles.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. good passing, and that led to some open shots.
That's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the real column on the season.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They've lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And you got to believe that's important, Greg. I mean, it's one thing to lose both games of an interconference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Paul. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Paul outside. Feeds to Jordan. Oh, that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, guys, they came in here and really
I'm taking that loss still, fam.
from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turf.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy playing ride out here, for sure.
Paul with the 3. That's good.
Well, if it wasn't...
Wow. One more, I'm going to my bed, fam.
1-1? Nah, I'm done.
No. Yeah, bitch, bro. This guy is a fucking pussy hole, bro.
That's why I had to make sure I get that win, though.
Look at this. Oh, no, that's not. Probably the night before. Because the Mavericks and the Warriors.
Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and 2 of 6.
It's not tonight.
The third quarter of this game. 17 of his 30 points came in that third quarter. This game went into overtime. Russell Westbrook had a double-double.
What?
That's tonight's games, you know.
Oh, these are... No, it's not. What's today? The 18th. Yesterday, today's the 20th. Today's the 20th. Yesterday was the 19th.
Cavs and Heats.
Okay. Yeah. Lost by 19.
And I know the Clippers and the Grizzlies played tonight too. See? And there's a Warriors Grizzlies game right there.
Returns with his Memphis Grizzlies to Miami to take on his old squad, the Miami Heat. Knocking down jumpers. Memphis held a big lead in this one, but Miami comes back and gets the win behind Bosch's 22 points. Out in the desert, the Phoenix Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in Raymond.
That shit's sick.
And you can see all the highlights.
That shit's sick. Yeah.